Chris Brander was the classic, nice guy everyone loved, just to use as the punchline. Overweight, shy, and hopelessly in love with his best friend, Jaime, Chris was a high school senior who had the brilliant idea of sneaking into Jaime's room to write a love letter in her yearbook. A classic, what could go wrong, right? Brimming with courage and zero common sense, he hops on his bike heading to the graduation party thinking it'll be a small get-together. Surprise, the house is packed with rowdy teenagers ready to ruin his life. Chris pushes through the crowd and finds Jaime dancing like a mix of Beyoncé and a hyperactive DJ. When she spots him, she drags poor Chris to her room. There, he tries to read his heartfelt confession, but her ex, the bully Tim, barges in, snatches the yearbook, and heads downstairs to humiliate him in front of everyone. Tim reads the letter into the mic like it's a stand-up routine. Jaime runs after Chris to say she loves him too, but like a brother. The line nobody wants to hear. Chris flees, the whole school laughs behind him, and he swears revenge. One day he'll be somebody and skinny. Cut to 10 years later. Chris is now a smooth-talking ladies' man in Los Angeles, a record executive, lean, tan, and with shampoo commercial hair. His boss, CC, makes him babysit Samantha James, a pop star diva with the emotional depth of a teaspoon. She wants to record an album, but first wants to get her claws into Chris. Fun fact, they already have a disastrous dating history that once ended in a hospital visit, and we think our Tinder dates are bad. Samantha practically tackles Chris in his office like a needy cat. He tries to escape, but she sticks to him like gum. On the private jet to Paris, Samantha puts on a private show, with no audience asking for it, and manages to set the plane on fire, forcing an emergency landing in New Jersey. Guess where? Yep, Chris's hometown, which he hasn't set foot in for a decade. With no choice, he drags the clingy pop star to his mom's house, who greets him with soap opera-level drama. Hit by nostalgia, he sees old photos and, of course, realizes he still loves Jaime. His brother Mike instantly falls for Samantha, gives her massages, dreaming it'll lead to something. To ditch the clingy celebrity, Chris tricks Mike into taking Samantha to the mall to sign autographs for her fans. Meanwhile, Chris gears up for Win Back Jaime Mission Impossible. They go on a vintage date at the same cafe they used to hang out at in high school. Everything goes well until the kiss. Chris tries to be a movie Casanova. Jaime responds with an awkward hug. He storms back to his car ranting like Jim Carrey in Liar Liar. Jaime catches him mid-meltdown and quietly slips away. Second date, ice skating. Chris, the king of zero coordination, tries to show off but gets knocked out by a bunch of hockey kids. Off to the ambulance he goes, while Dusty, a discount paramedic heartthrob, starts shamelessly flirting with Jaime. Cue the love triangle, sitcom level. Back at home, Chris walks in on Mike giving Samantha a massage, in nothing but a towel. Somebody needs to talk to this kid. Chris tries again, but Jaime brings the annoying Dusty along. The guy's so insufferable, he even invites Chris's mom to the movies. Chris has zero patience left. Dusty keeps drooling over Jaime. When Dusty's true colors show, he's just an old high school reject out for revenge. Seriously? Chris snaps and they fight. Jaime pulls away even more. The result? Ugly fight, a punch in the face, and Chris drunk ranting about the friend zone at her bar. He heads back to LA, dumps Samantha, because even Chris has limits. Then it hits him. Only Jaime matters. He rushes back to town, declares his eternal love at her door, and they kiss while the hockey kids watch in horror. Moral of the story? If someone tells you they love you like a brother, ignore it and come back 10 years later with a six-pack. This movie stars Ryan Reynolds, who said in interviews that playing Chris Brander was like therapy to get over his own teenage trauma. If I were Chris, I'd never have let Samantha set the jet on fire. I'd have jumped out with the parachute first. And I definitely would have locked that yearbook in a closet to avoid a lifetime of trauma. But here's what's interesting. The movie shows there's no such thing as the friend zone, just bad timing and not enough guts to say what you want. Now tell me, if it were you, would you go back to your hometown 10 years later to win over that high school crush? If I really liked them, maybe I would. But what about you? What would you do if it happened to you? Drop your thoughts in the comments, have an awesome day, and don't forget to check out the latest video on the channel. It's on screen now. I'll see you there.